Hello and welcome to Bourbon Battles, where I'm Joe.
I'm Chad.
Hey, hopefully you've been watching along. We've done the Unicorn Killer series. The last one we released was, you remember what it was?
It was Rock Hill Farms versus Jim Beam Single Barrel.
Yeah, that's what I said.
Okay.
I picked the Jim Beam. Chad picked the Rock Hill Farms. That sounds right, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, check that out. Unicorn. Hey, I've gotten several notes now through the Blanton series where Elijah Craig beat Blanton's, Michter's beat Blanton's. If you go way back to one of our first episodes, Evan Williams, Bottled and Bond beat Blanton's. And these people are saying, well, that's not a unicorn. Just to clarify everything, if you choose to watch this, what we call unicorns is what people go sit in line for and pay extra for, and you can't go to the store and buy.
Yeah, if Blanton's isn't a unicorn, we'll take a case. That should stop
$50
that
each.
should stop it right there.
Yeah, so it's what we call unicorns, and people say, well, it'd be really nice if you guys did real unicorns on there. It'd be really cool if you sent us a bottle of a real unicorn, too.
Well, I'd like to know what people's idea of a real unicorn is.
I don't know. Probably that stuff that's steeped in elephant dung or got snakes in it instead of horsies. I don't know. I don't know. So today we're not doing the Unicorn Killer series. This is what do we call this? Hoosier Juice?
This will be
Hoosier Juice, shooting the shit. What do you want to call it? But we're going to talk about Old 55 Distillery right here in Newton, Indiana. Did I say that right?
Yep.
It's not Newtown, it's Newton.
That's right.
I got in trouble for that earlier from Chad. So yeah, what do you got here? You talk about this one first.
This is I happened to find a bottle of this. It's the 100% sweet corn bourbon whiskey.
So the mash bill is sweet corn.
Yep.
That's it.
It's distilled from 100% sweet corn. It's 100 proof, bottled and bond, 100 proof. This is basically a 4.5, almost 5-year-old bottle. And I've heard nothing but good things from a lot of people. So I've found one, and I think I found it a lot cheaper than I should have. So I purchased it. So we'll give it a shot, see. And I had never tried this one, so I don't know that much about Old 55 Distillery, other than I hear a lot of people say a lot of good things.
So this is their bottled and bond.
They're both bottled and bond.
They're both bottled and bonds. They're both 100 proof. The corn in this mash bill is sweet corn as well, if I'm correct.
I can't answer that. I don't know anything about it.
And then it's more of a traditional bourbon recipe, whereas this is only sweet corn. But they are, Old 55 is a true grain to glass, grain to bottle, however you want to look at it, distillery. I have not been there. Have you been there?
I've not been there.
We'll have to get our wives and go down there here one weekend real soon. I've heard great things about it. I've been told that if you get a tour there, the tour guide is always the owner, the master distiller.
Which is cool.
Which is cool, yeah. Just go to the Googles and look at Old 55 Distillery. We haven't talked to anybody at Old 55. They didn't give us these bottles.
No, unfortunately, these bottles are both purchased with money off our backs. But
so
as is everything else.
So if you work at Old 55 or you own it or whatever you do, your media relations, this is mine, this is Chad's. If you want to send us a bottle of each, then he can have this one, I can have this one. We'll complete our collection. We'll talk about it even more here on Bourbon Battles. We're not drinking these blind because we're talking about this specifically. But typically, if you watch a channel, we drink everything blind because we don't give a rat's ass what's on the label.
Right.
We don't give a rat's ass what's on this label. Like I said, we're going to give you an honest review of this.
Yeah, we're just shooting the breeze because, like I said, I've heard a lot of interesting stories about this one, and a lot of people like it, and a lot of people can't get it. And I happened to run into a bottle at a somewhat local liquor store.
We'll tell them where it's at because this is not easy stuff to find, and I'll tell them another liquor store where you can get it. Where'd you find that? I think you just say the name of the town.
I don't remember.
You don't know where you got it?
I don't remember.
Oh. I know you can get it, both of these, down at Red Barrel Liquors in Mooresville. He carries both of them. So, anyway, what do you think? You want to get into one of them? Which one do you want to do first?
Either one, it doesn't matter.
I don't care.
Let's do this one.
Let's taste them.
What is that? How old is that one? Same age?
4 years.
That's good.
4.5, I believe, right? Ish.
Yeah.
Guessing.
Well, this one was
They did.
This one was barreled in the fall of 16 and bottled in the spring of 21. So
Yeah.
it's 4.5.
Yeah, this is. Yeah, they give you the distilling seasons. So,
And the way I understand it about this is that, like you said, everything is like it's a family owned and operated and family run business, and I think that they do everything from the grain to the distilling to the barreling to the bottling to out the door.
from what I understand, all the grains come right off their property.
It is 100% Hoosier Juice. 100%.
So back, hopefully you watched. If you didn't, go back maybe on Saturday or something after you see this and binge watch our bottled and bond tournaments. That'd be something fun. But it's way better than anything on Netflix. Even that Pappy thing where they steal the Pappy because that's all made up. But
What, you telling me you can't steal $1 million worth of something and only do a week
just
in jail?
back your truck up to the front door.
And just do a week in jail?
Just take it out of the display case.
Makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah. But anyway, the Old 55 bottled and bond was probably the most requested thing to add to that tournament.
Was it?
A lot of people from Indiana said, Joe, you got to try this. And Tom Painter, if you're watching, thanks for the suggestion. Tom.
Well, like I said, I have never tried this one that I'm getting ready to try. And I did break into this a little last evening because I just had to see what it was all about.
Yeah, try it. And get rid of the neck pour because it's bad.
Yeah. So if anybody's got a bottle and they got a neck pour and they don't want it, send it to us. We'll drink it. But I've heard a lot of really pretty much nothing but good things from a lot of people who have been there and who have drank a bottle. So we'll try it and see.
So as you can see, I've had a little bit of this, not a lot. Well, I'll tell you right out of the gate when I taste it, there's something unique about it. And I don't know how to convey that into words. And we don't do a whole lot of tasting notes here. There's a lot of reasons for that. A, because it's stupid. And B, because everybody gets different things and you can be your own judge. We'll tell you if we like it or not. And we will point out tasting notes from time to time. We're not going to get real serious with...
I don't think there's any burn on the palate, at least. But it's huggy. It's a little huggy. But, I mean, it's...
But do you get that there's something very unique about it?
Yeah, and I think it's the sweet corn.
Gotta be the sweet corn, right?
I think it is, yeah. It's definitely different than... It's a unique flavor compared to a typical bourbon. I mean, there's some of the typical bourbon flavors, but there is something that you can tell is definitely different with
that you don't get anywhere.
I know, and it's well, we'll see in just a minute. I mean, I can tell you, it's
and if you're from
the flavor's pretty much. It's not the same, but it tastes a lot like this one, which tells me that if this one's used as sweet corn, it's probably what it is.
You know, and if you're from Indiana, you like sweet corn.
I think if you're from anywhere, I mean,
unless you're a communist. Communists don't like sweet corn.
Fair enough.
You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that.
I like this. I don't think I would drink it every day, but I think if you're from Indiana, I'll tell you what we'll do. We might wait till it gets a little warmer. Chad and I take our wives. We'll go out to Newton, Indiana. We'll do the distillery, and we'll report back on this after doing the whole experience.
Mm-hmm. The way I understand it is everything is aged not in a rick house, but in a basement of like a stone building too. And I don't know if that's true. Like I said, I've never been there, and I apologize for commenting on it when I've never been there personally to see it. But we will check it out and report back.
Yeah, I mean it's what Crawfordsville area, so 30, 40 minutes from
I don't even know where
Indianapolis. I think it's over in the Crawfordsville area. To the Googles you go and let us know if you've been there. Leave something in the comments. So
I know it's on Old State Road 55.
It says it on here, doesn't it? Mm-hmm. Is that where they got the name?
No, I think they just made that up. Woke up one morning and said, "You know what? We'll call it Old 55."
You're kidding. Anyway, if you've been to Old 55, put a little narrative down in the comments so other people can read that watch this video. And as we're talking about this, if you've got some stuff you want to hear about that's Indiana Hoosier Juice, tell us what you want to see. We may need your help getting some.
But we are going to start doing some Hoosier Juice stuff.
Yeah,
well, for one, MGP is Hoosier Juice, which would be kind of unfair because they produce a ton of whiskey for the entire nation or the entire globe, for that matter. But
kind of what we're wanting to do is more craft distilleries, if you will. Would you consider Starlight craft?
I would consider anybody who puts their neck on the line to make whiskey craft. I don't care how big or how small they are, but that's just my opinion.
We're just not going to do MGP in this series.
I mean, we could, but there's so much that we could pick. I mean, we could pick Kentucky distilleries that is MGP juice, which doesn't make much sense. There are a lot of smaller local distilleries that we could pick, though. I mean, we've got a list of, 36 or 37? So we're going to start coming up with some stuff. I mean, that's just in Indiana. 30, 35, 36, something like that, I think is what the list was. So we're gonna try to pursue that, I think.
So if you work at a local Indiana distillery, get a hold of us at bourbonbattles@gmail.com. We'd like to hear from you. We'd like to put some of your stuff out there. One caveat, though, is if you send us a bottle of something we don't like it, we're going to say we don't like it.
And we don't need a bottle. We don't need a bottle. A dram would be fine if we don't have it.
Yeah, whatever. We got to have something to try.
Good pop, right?
That one guy goes, America. What's his name? Matt?
I don't know.
He's awesome.
I don't know who that is.
That guy over ADHD Whiskey on the YouTubes.
Never watched it.
You should. So we got here 100% sweet corn whiskey.
Mm-hmm.
Might as well go ahead and you get it. We don't talk about prices. This is not cheap, right?
It's all relative. And what do you consider cheap? See, this smells
different.
It smells unique like this one, but it smells a lot more unique. Like it smells. I mean, I think it must be sweet corn because in the nose on this, it's completely. Well, let's see.
It's very, very easy to drink. It drinks below its 100 proof. It's very unique.
Mm-hmm. Both of them are.
I'd be curious to know, we should have researched this ahead of time. Does anybody else make 100% sweet corn whiskey?
I'm guessing no, but I could be wrong too.
So I've been told, I know a guy that's friends with the guy that owns that. It is extremely expensive and you need a ton of sweet corn to get your mash together. So it's very expensive to make, which is, I'm guessing why not.
It's pretty good.
It's very unique.
Mm-hmm.
Remind you of the 4-H fair down at the hog barn eating corn on the cob?
No.
Oh. Did you ever do that?
No.
You ever eat corn on the cob?
Every chance I get.
I'd say there's a good chance you'll have some this week.
I don't know.
You got any frozen?
Quite a bit.
It's good.
I'm not going to lie. I think I kind of like this one better.
I think I do too. If I had to pick one, I'd probably pick the bottled and bond.
They're both bottled and bond.
The white one, white labeled one. They're more of the traditional bourbon.
Neither one of them are bad.
No.
I don't think.
I would say when we go to the distillery, I know what these cost. I'd have no problem buying either one. Have a great day out there, hang out, do a tasting.
Almost, I don't know. I like this one when I went back in for the second time. I like it better.
It's so different.
Yeah. If you guys get a chance, even if you can't get a bottle, if you can get a pour somewhere, it'd be worth having at least a pour of it to see.
I shouldn't speak for him, but I think Red Barrel Liquors in Mooresville typically has something from Old 55 that you can taste before you buy.
I can't answer that. I've never been.
Don't hold me to that, but I'm fairly sure that's accurate. He'll have something to taste, and I think he might have a couple barrel picks, and don't hold me to that either.
Can't answer.
You've never been there, have you?
Never been there.
No, we'll have to get down there. It's a great little store.
So honestly, I think there is very little burn on either one of these. Very little ethanol at all. This one I thought was a little huggy, but not bad. This one is also a little huggy, but not bad. Not off-putting. I think the flavor on this one, I liked it better initially, but after I went in for the second time on this one, I thought it was better.
They're definitely different.
From typical bourbon?
Yeah. Well, and
I don't think they're that much different from one another. I mean, maybe a little bit, but,
they're definitely different from a typical bourbon. Yeah,
Absolutely.
There's something very unique about them with that sweet corn mash bill.
I think so. And I don't know, like I said, I didn't know that this one was sweet corn, but if it is, then that makes sense. It tastes a lot like this one.
Whatever that uniqueness is, they both share that in common.
Mm-hmm.
It's good stuff. Hey, love to talk to you guys down there at Old 55. Hey, we'd like to get out.
This to me, this seems like this would be a good dinner whiskey. I mean,
Drink with dinner?
Yes.
At like a picnic?
Well, maybe. Just a good rich meal. You know, it's
Oh, yeah.
It's good.
We'd love to come down there and talk to you guys at Old 55. And I think there's one other whiskey they have, which is just a single barrel, I think. I could be wrong.
I think both of these are single barrels.
They're both single barrels, but they have one that's not bottled and bond, I believe.
Okay.
Look it up on their website. I don't know that they have any other spirits. We didn't look at that, but check them out. Go down there and check them out. We will. If you're from Old 55, we'd love to talk to you. And we'd like to talk about your stuff again on one of these shows.
Yeah, we probably will when we start the Who's Your Juice series, because there's going to be a bunch.
And we're going to do blinds, so you know we might take Old 55 and put it up against like a Hotel Tango or whatever. Huber's,
Starlight, whatever.
Starlight.
Cardinal. Cardinal's another one.
Cardinal out of Bloomington.
Mm-hmm.
Liar's Bench, which is Bear Wallow out of Gnawbone.
Mm-hmm.
Their ryes are really good. So a lot of stuff to choose from. So you'll be seeing at least one of these again, maybe both in our tournament. So yeah.
I don't even know if it's going to be a tournament. It will be a tournament at some point, but
yeah, might as well. What do you think? Somebody suggested that we do a double oak tournament.
Kind of already have.
We just did one. No, like a whole tournament. Like Noble Oak, Jim Beam Double Oak, Old Forester 1910, Woodford Double Oak. Do you have a Peerless Double Oak?
I did not get one.
Elijah Craig Double Oak.
Toasted, you mean?
Toasted barrel, same thing, right?
Kind of.
Ish.
Yeah.
Let us know in the comments what you want to see. Let us know what you think about this. Let us know other Hoosier juices you want to hear about.
Yeah. I mean, we're because we're trying to compile a list.
Oh, I got a couple of requests in the last couple of days. More things to do against Blanton's. So now I think we have 3 or 4. I think what we might do is compress all 3 or 4 of those into one episode, even if we film it over a couple of days.
I'm over the horsies.
Yeah, so we'll do what you asked at some point. Just compress them all into one episode. You think that'd be all right?
I think so.
Even if we got to film it in 2 days.
And we've got some more unicorn killer stuff coming.
Well, real unicorns or fake unicorns?
Stuff that I've maybe only ever seen one time on the shelf anywhere.
Oh, like what you got? You have a Hancock Reserve?
Yeah.
That'd be a good one to do.
That'd be one of them.
That'd be a good one to do.
A George T. Stagg would be another one.
Yeah.
Birthday bourbon would be another one.
Do a birthday bourbon. Do you think the best way to do George T. Stagg would be do like half a pint of it?
No.
Uh-huh.
No.
Are you sure?
I'm positive.
I'm just checking. I think it would make more sense to me. I don't have one.
If we did a half a pint of it, it wouldn't make sense to anybody by the time we were done.
I would say we could do Stagg Junior.
Yeah.
You got some of that, don't you?
Mm-hmm.
That's a unicorn.
It is.
Eagle Rare.
It all depends. It all depends, bud.
All depends on what?
Who's calling it a unicorn?
Me.
Fair enough.
You?
Yeah.
I mean, can you run down there to the liquor store and get me a bottle real quick?
That's what I would say to anybody who says it's not.
Because I'd like to have some. Eagle Rare. You're going to see Eagle Rare pop back up again. Need to do one of them. 1792 Sweet Wheat. Beat everything.
I can't wait.
1792 Sweet Wheat, full proof.
Full proof's not really a unicorn, I don't think.
I think it is.
The 12-year is.
12-year. The good thing is we can call whatever we want a unicorn because we have an iPhone and a YouTube login.
We do have. I've got a bottle of Horsey straight from the barrel, which is a unicorn.
Yeah, that'd be a good one to do.
It's better than the regular Horsies.
I've never had that either. I mean, we can do anything with our little hearts. That's another thing somebody suggested. Maybe do a foolproof tournament.
We could.
Like
I mean, we already did the Weller Full Proof and the Unicorn Killer.
yeah, but you could do like Knob Creek. You could do Rebel, Ezra Brooks. Some of this easier to find stuff. Hey, the good thing is you can get a bunch of whiskey around. You can have your friends over and drink it, which is a lot of fun. But don't drink and drive. Till next time, cheers.
See you guys.